Hello Moonies, and welcome to episode 6 of Crystal Cast. This is a show about everything Sailor Moon. I know it's been a couple weeks since the last Crystal Cast, but that just means that this show is jam-packed with more fun Sailor Moon stuff to talk about, including a lot of merchandise that I'm really excited to talk about. So on this episode, we are going to talk about all the new merchandise. We're going to give some updates on some fan-made Sailor Moon games that are available in the Google Play Store. Exciting stuff. We're going to talk about the Sailor Moon Untold book update, give you an update on that. I have a new section for you guys. I'm going to have that be a surprise for later. And of course your questions, and then ending with the recommendations for the week. If you guys want to hear my opinions on Act 11, which aired recently, you can go ahead and check out my reaction video somewhere, and you can find out my initial reactions on that if you have not watched it already. And if there's anything else that I want to mention, it'll be in the next Crystal Cast. So I'm not going to talk about Act 11 here, so go check out that video for my initial thoughts. Okay, so moving right on to merchandise, because there really wasn't any news to speak of that I thought was worth mentioning, so we're just going to move right on to merchandise. The first thing I want to talk about is the Volume 3 Blu-ray disc set of Sailor Moon Crystal that came out in Japan, or actually it's coming out in Japan, but they released the artwork for it, which is Sailor Mars. Now a lot of people had some issues with this artwork because her pose in this art is a little unnatural, and I have to mention this simply because I thought the exact same thing the moment I saw it. It seems like her, I don't know, it's just, I mean, her head's a little off-center, her arm is up in this really unnatural position. There's actually been some fan edits of it that have made it look a lot better. I don't know, it's a little unfortunate. I kind of hope that they do some kind of, maybe they can say, oh, maybe there wasn't a great reaction to this, maybe we should tweak it a little bit. I don't think that's going to happen, and it's not terrible by any means. It's still a gorgeous artwork of Sailor Mars. It's still beautiful, but it's a little awkward when you first look at it. It was a little jarring to a lot of fans. Like, this is weird, because like Moon's was, you know, we've had Moons and Mercury so far, and they're these very stylized, very kind of like in motion shots, and they're very beautiful, and I don't know, Mars just kind of, it fell a little flat, so that's kind of unfortunate, but okay, moving on, but it's still gorgeous, and there's a couple places that you can go to pre-order that right now, including, I think CD Japan is the place to go to pre-order. The next thing that is coming out, I believe this month, is the soundtrack. The Sailor Moon Crystal soundtrack is coming out. They released artwork for it. It's beautiful. It's this gorgeous stained glass type artwork. We've seen one with Endymion and Serenity. I believe that's going to be the cover. It's just absolutely beautiful, and you've got like in the background the little Moon Kingdom, and you've got Luna over there on the left, and you've got the symbols of the Senshi and the Moon, and it's just beautiful. And I'm really glad that they're giving, especially as far as the artwork is going, they're giving this series the kind of artwork that it deserves. This kind of stuff that comes out has been very beautiful. All of the CD artwork. This is the second Sailor Moon Crystal CD. The first one was the basically the single for the opening and ending by Momohiro Clover Z, and so we've got this soundtrack, and I'm so happy. Can we get Muse soundtracks though? What the heck? Like, it's the musicals, the big one. That's the thing about the musicals, is the songs, the music, and we didn't get CDs for those. I don't understand, but I digress. I'm very glad that we're getting Sailor Moon Crystal original soundtrack music, so we get to hear all of the beautiful background music uninterrupted, so that is awesome. I'm so glad that this is coming out. Okay, the next thing is, this is a little bit older, but the S.H.Figuarts of Tuxedo Kamen went officially up for pre-order. I've talked about this before, but we've gotten even more pictures of how the cape can flow out. He's got a cane, so he's going to come with a lot of accessories. We know he has a cane. He has, of course, roses. The hat and the mask are all removable, and he's got a little star locket. How can you resist that? And those are those have gone up for pre-order on a couple sites. All of the stuff you can check out links in the description for places that you can pre-order this stuff. So that is coming out. Another figure that was completed is the Usagi World Uniform Operation. That, I guess that's who made it, is the Usagi figure. They're making all of the girls, all the inner girls, in their school uniforms, and I like these figures because they look like they're in motion. It's not just a static pose. Like, her legs up, her skirt's got some movement to it, and it's really cute. She's just got a happy face. She's giving the peace sign. It's just really cute. So those are also available for pre-order. At a couple places, including CD Japan, and I think Yes Asia has them, and a couple other sites. You can find those for pre-order. All right, moving along. I wanted to let you guys know. This is not new merchandise news, but I wanted to let you guys know of a couple things that you can still pre-order. There are still places that you can pre-order the Moonlight Memory music box, both the pink version and the gold version. Now we got the announcement that Proplica is actually making a Proplica version of the gold Star Locket. It looks, the preliminary photos make it look extremely similar to this Moonlight Memory version, and I'm assuming it's going to do the same thing. It's going to play music. It's going to maybe it will be maybe the Proplica version will be battery operated, whereas these Moonlight Memory music boxes are actually wind-up music boxes, just like the version that they released back in the 90s. But why I'm mentioning this is that these sold out of pre-orders very, very quickly. This is a limited edition premium Bandai item, especially this pink version. This is probably going to be the only way that you can get the pink version of this. And Yes Asia still has it available for pre-order, both the pink version and the gold version. So if you missed out on it a month or two ago when they first were announced and they first went up for pre-order, if you missed it, Yes Asia still has it available for pre-order. So you can check out the link down in the description if you want to make sure that you get this item, because after it comes out, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of resale of it, but there's no guarantees, and there's no guarantees on what the price is going to be. So it's a little expensive from Yes Asia, but it's still going to be hopefully a guaranteed way to get it, because I know a lot of people ordered it from CD Japan, and then a lot of their pre-orders for some reason got canceled. I don't know why that is, but if something like that happened to you, know that right now, as of this moment at least, there's still a way to get it. So check out the description for the link on that. The other thing I wanted to mention, the last merchandise news I have is it's not a new item. We have seen this item before, but the Ichiban Kuji, the A prize, the Sailor Moon Dreamy figure that was given away by through a lottery system, along with some other prizes. This was like the big prize that you could get from this. So this was not something that was like is sold retail. It was sold through this lottery in Japan, but there are some sites that are selling them. There's a bunch of them going up on eBay, and they're going for at least $100 a piece. I've seen it also on Amazon for at least $100, but the site Nippon Yasan.com has this figure available right now for around, I think last time I looked it was like $66 US was the conversion rate. Of course, you've got shipping on top of that, but it's by far the cheapest place to get this figure right now. Since this was a limited edition thing, if you want this, I would go there right now and order this thing. And I've had to be very careful with my money and my Sailor Moon merchandise, but I ordered this figure. When I saw this deal, I could not pass it up because this figure is gorgeous. I didn't think that I was going to be able to get it at all, but when I saw this on Nippon Yasan, I could not resist it. So if you have been thinking about getting this figure, I would highly suggest going over to Nippon Yasan and getting one before they sell out there. So there will be a link in the description for that. Alright, that is all of the merchandise news that I have for today. moving on, I'm going to talk about, give you a quick update. I have not talked about this on Crystalcast before, but the Sailor Moon games, the fan-made Sailor Moon games that are in the Google Play Store for Sailor Moon, there's 2 fan-made games right now that are actual games. There's of course Sailor Dash, which has been out for a while. I've done some videos on my page, on my YouTube channel on that. And a lot of people I know are having a lot of fun with Sailor Dash. The only thing with Sailor Dash is that even though it's going to include all 10 Senshi, they're slowly being released, and we just had Moon for a while, and then maybe a couple weeks later they released Mercury, and then we've had months and months and months, and there's been nothing. But finally, Sailor Mars is available. All you have to do is keep playing the game with the first character you have, and then you'll earn enough points to unlock the second and then the third, so you can unlock Moon, Mercury, and Mars right now. So update your Sailor Dash games on your phones and your tablets and everything. I believe the game is still only available for Android. I don't know if it's available for iPhones yet, but hopefully it will be soon, because that would be really nice for people who don't have Android devices to be able to play this game, because it's really cute and it's really well done. It's adorable. I love the graphics on it. So yes, go update your games and get Sailor Mars. The next one is the Sailor V game. There's a Sailor V game that came out a month or 2 ago on the Google Play Store, and I believe this one is both for Android and iPhone. I could be wrong on that, but I believe it's for both. And it's not a game exactly like what you see in the anime, but it's very similar. It was very inspired by that. I actually hadn't had a chance to actually play this one yet, but I hear it's very cute, and it's very worth downloading. So and I think it's just called Sailor V game. So just go to the Google Play Store and search for Sailor V, and you should find it. So have fun with that. Great time killers. Get to kill some time with Sailor Moon while you're waiting for whatever you're waiting for. Alright, moving on. I'm going to give you an update now. Some of this information has been out for a while, but the incredible Untold Story of Sailor Moon book that you have heard me go on and on and on about. They were doing an Indiegogo campaign to fund this book and the audiobook, and you guys did it. You guys did it. They reached over $4,000, so we are going to get both the ebook, the print book, and the audiobook. They had to get to $4,000 to do the audiobook, so you did. You donated, and that is happening. So that's going to be really exciting. If you did not pre-order the ebook, the print book, or the audiobook through the campaign page is now closed, but you can still go to moon.sablewolf.net, and that will take you to the pre-order page for the ebook. It should take you to right now. You can always go to that link to get the most updated information on where to order that. So you can now pre-order it, and the pre-orders right now are somewhere between like 25 and 30% off right now. I think that's for all versions, for the ebook and the print and the audiobook, and they have bundles available. They have gift options available. So if you want to gift this to a Sailor Moon fan, you can do that very easily through their website. Just go there for information on how to do that. There's different links to the different versions down in the description if you want to specifically go get the audio book, or specifically go get the print book. Just go down in the description to check out links to each of those pages. So yeah, you guys are amazing to actually have fully funded this thing, and it's really exciting. If you purchased the book or the ebook or the audiobook, if you purchased it through the Indiegogo campaign, you don't have to do anything else. You're done. When the book is out, you will automatically be sent whatever you ordered, whatever you donated towards. So you don't have to go and make another purchase if you already donated to the Indiegogo campaign. So those will be shipped automatically. Let's see. But yeah, if you didn't, then you have to do it through the bookstore now. Okay, the book will be published in 4 phases. All the contributors to the campaign will receive a 3-chapter exclusive preview sometime in the next month or 2. And then the ebook is currently expected to be available sometime in early January, with the print book to follow about a month later, and the audiobook to follow roughly a month after that. I have a very short message here from Theodore. He says, "Once again, on behalf of myself and Larissa, I want to express my appreciation for all of your generous support and contributions. This campaign would not have been anywhere near as successful without all of you." So he sends his most sincere thanks to you. And a couple more updates on the book. The book will officially contain an interview with Andy Hayward, the former chairman and CEO of Deke Entertainment. I believe that interview has already been done, so I hope he got some really awesome, juicy information on that interview. It's exciting. Okay, I think that's all the updates I have for that, so thank you guys so much for making that happen. Okay, next Crystal Cast I'll have some further updates on the next projects that Theodore Jefferson is working on. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the new section that I'm going to be adding to Crystal Cast. This is the fan art or fan creation section. I was actually inspired to do this, to create this whole section because someone, hold on, Ricardo Sevilla, I hope I said that right, Ricardo Sevilla sent me these absolutely adorable, a picture of these absolutely adorable, I wish he actually sent me some cupcakes, but some amazing Sailor Moon cupcakes. There's the brooches, there's a little Sailor Moon head, and then I believe the upper left one says Moon Prism Power in Spanish, I believe. So these adorable cupcakes are some of the most amazing Sailor Moon cupcakes I've ever seen. I love these to death. I was so impressed by these when I saw them that I immediately asked him, can I share this on Crystal Cast? And he said yes, so I created a whole new section for this. So I will be sharing a fan art or a fan creation of some kind in every Crystal Cast. And if you would like to submit yours, just send me an email or add a comment down here, or share it with me on Twitter, or any way you can get in contact with me if you want to share your artwork or your fan creation having to do with Sailor Moon, and I might feature it on the next Crystal Cast. So thank you so much for sharing this with me, Ricardo. These are amazing. As a baker myself, and I like to make cupcakes and stuff, this is truly impressive. I could not make anything near this fancy. He did a fantastic job on those. All right, we're going to move on. I believe I have 4 questions today. Thank you so much, everyone, for submitting all of your questions. A lot of them I still have a big folder saved with questions. It depends on how much how much other stuff I have to talk about in the Crystal Cast episode, on how many I can answer. I'm going to answer 4 of them today. 2 of them are from my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much. So I'm going to start out here with Ade. I don't know if it's Ade or Ade. I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but he asked on my Patreon page, he said, I'm interested on your thoughts if Crystal has the potential to be better than the original anime. I understand they are on different things, but nostalgia aside, which do you think will come out on top now that we are approaching the halfway mark in Crystal? And in your mind, how do they compare thus far, all things considered, story, graphics, music, etc.? Again, as I've said many times before, they are different series, and they're going to appeal to different people in different ways. The big thing that the original anime has for it is that it has that filler, which a lot of people don't like, but it has the character development that comes with filler. Sailor Moon Crystal is much more compact. It's much more of a fast-paced story, and so that's better for some people. I think that Crystal is much better in terms of getting people into Sailor Moon. As far as, now, a lot of people aren't going to want to sit through all the filler that the 90s anime had. And people who don't want to do that, they're going to, you know, Mercury doesn't show up till episode 5 or 6. So, you know, 5 episodes in, we're having the monster of the day with just Sailor Moon, and I could see how, especially in today's society where everything has to be very bam, 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 like everything has to be fast-paced or you're going to lose people's attention. I think that Crystal is much better in that sense for new fans, for new anime fans who have a million things to watch and they need the story to progress very quickly or they're going to lose interest. So Crystal has that going for it a lot. The story is extremely similar. They're both fantastic stories, you know, for each of their slight differences, the 90s anime and Crystal. I would say the story, I wouldn't say one story is better than the other, except for simply the fact that Crystal is more true to the Sailor Moon canon of the manga. So it has that going for it, but there's nothing wrong with the 90s anime story in itself for what it is. The graphics, of course, Crystal comes out on top, simply for just the, you know, the technology that we have today to create better animation, clearer animation. I mean, you go back and watch the first season of the original anime, not remastered, and it's kind of painful actually to watch. And that goes for the music too. The music in the original anime is phenomenal, but it's like, especially the first season, it's a little dated in my opinion. So if I had to choose one overall that I think would come out on top, I would actually have to choose Crystal for a lot of the reasons that I mentioned. That said, there's nothing wrong with the 90s anime. If you really are into Sailor Moon, I would highly suggest going and watching that as well as Crystal. So overall, I would say Crystal is probably going to come out on top, but it's newer, it's flashier, it's revised, you know, it's more compact story. Except for the character development thing, I would choose Crystal. Okay, my second Patreon supporter question from Kimberly Irvins. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I really appreciate your support. She asks, what do you think of Mamoru's portrayal in Sailor Moon Crystal compared to the 90s anime? To be more specific, the difference in the way he treats Usagi, their relationship, and are you happy to see Mamoru have a more substantial role in Crystal? In the 90s anime, it seemed to me that he just threw roses and gave pep talks. I feel he has a lot more substance in Crystal as both Mamoru and Tuxedo Kamen. This is a little tough because Mamoru has never been my favorite character in Sailor Moon, so I've never kind of like really thought about his character in depth, but I would have to agree with you, as we are seeing a lot more like heartfelt scenes, and I definitely found myself watching Crystal, especially certain episodes of Crystal, I found myself feeling a lot more for Mamoru and Tuxedo Kamen as a character, as a person, than I did in the 90s anime. I definitely think that I think you're right. He kind of had. It seems like he has more substance. Again, with the 90s anime, with the filler, we did get to see some of his like day-to-day life as Mamoru, but even then it was kind of like, yeah, I'm a college student, I'm studying, I've got, you know, Usagi that I'm with, and, you know, so it's like, gotta keep her happy. But at the same time, there were times when he kind of seemed like, you know, okay, I've got my own thing going, Usagi, you kind of gotta go through your thing with your girls, I'm gonna go study and, you know, further my school career or whatever. And then in Sailor Stars he just leaves. So I definitely like Crystal Mamoru better, definitely, and I think he's hotter too, so yeah, did I answer everything? Yeah, so yeah, Crystal Mamoru definitely better than 90s Mamoru. I totally agree, even though in Crystal he doesn't have like superpowers, even though jumping to the top of the Tokyo Tower is totally a superpower. But you know, he says, oh, I'm just a normal dude, whereas in the 90s anime he had like some kind of powers. I mean, he could transform. He had a friggin' transformation sequence. So he obviously has some kind of magic going on with him, which I think is appropriate because he's Prince Endymion, and there's, come on, you can't give all the magic to the people of the moon and give nothing to the people of the earth. You gotta have some kind of magic or something. I don't know. That's another topic. I'm gonna move on. Thank you, Kimberly. Question from Jose Basilio, who has a hilarious YouTube icon. He says, I have some questions for you. Do you think Naoko Takeuchi will ever write new Sailor Moon material? For example, a new arc after Stars. Don't get me wrong, I love all 5 original arcs, but I wouldn't mind seeing or reading something new and original. This was something that we wondered back when Crystal was first announced. We weren't sure if it was going to be a continuation of the story after Stars, or if it was going to be a remake. Obviously, it's become a remake. But to be 100% honest, I would say that no, we're never going to see a new story from Naoko. Even though Naoko is very involved in the creation process for Sailor Moon right now. She's married, she has children, she's getting older. I would think that she kind of just wants to, although she still obviously still cares about Sailor Moon because she's very heavily involved in everything right now. I believe that she probably just, other than just approving things, she probably just kind of wants to put it to the side, live her life, and not have to worry about writing something new. But who knows? She might get some inspiration. It might get, she might get sparked to, hey, oh, I just got this amazing idea. Let's write some more. And I would love to see new story from Naoko. I would love it. But in reality, I don't think that we're gonna get more. I think Crystal, I truly think that they're going to take Crystal through Stars. I truly think that they have no reason to stop after the R arc, that they're going to go on through all 52 acts and finish it as it should be and have it be a complete series. I really think that we are going to get the whole series. But as for anything after that, I honestly don't think so. I think the only new stories that we're going to get are possibly in the musicals, because we did get new Sailor Moon story in the musicals, like completely new, not just like, oh, like in Pretty Guardian. Pretty Guardian expanded on the first season a little bit and had its own unique things like Princess Sailor Moon, Sailor Luna. It changed some things about the Shiteno, but Mew had truly unique, truly new stories. It had the Vampiru and the Dracula arc, and then it had the Kaguya Island stories. I think that the musicals are the most likely to get brand new stories, but other than that, I honestly don't think so. Maybe a special or a movie that's a unique, maybe they'll come out with a unique villain or something. That would be really cool. But something directly from Naoko, like a new manga arc or something, I honestly don't think so, sadly. The last question I have for today is from Nerdy Cupcake Unicorn. Will you have links to how to purchase Sailor Moon products in America? I chose this, and I've saved this question for a long time because I wanted to get everything set up. If you go down into the description, you can find links to purchase the things that I mentioned today in Crystalcast, as well as other things. And the reason I waited until now to start doing this was because I have set up affiliation links. Right now I have them with Amazon and Yes Asia. I'm trying to get more. But if you choose to purchase something through the links that I give you, then you'll be supporting me. Basically, it doesn't cost you any extra. If you want to buy some Sailor Moon merchandise for yourself, if you go to the website through the link that I put in the description, then I get $1 or something. So it just helps support the show, helps support me, and it doesn't cost you any extra. Like I said, I'm trying to get some more affiliations set up. Right now, Amazon is by far, I have found that Amazon is by far the cheapest place to get the Sailor Moon merchandise, but they don't have it all, and a lot of times it comes out a lot later than other sites. But a lot of times that's just pre-orders. Like, you can pre-order it from CD Japan right away, but you still have to wait until it's actually released. And by the time it's actually released, a lot of stuff is usually up on Amazon by then. So I like to wait and order stuff from Amazon because it's usually the cheapest, at least here in America. Yes, Asia tends to be a little on the expensive side as far as all of the sites go, but you have to weigh in the fact that they usually have free or very cheap shipping. Whereas if you're ordering from like CD Japan, you might pay $15-20 in shipping alone. So you kind of have to weigh that out. I am trying to get an affiliation with CD Japan set up though too. So yeah, that's why I wanted to save that question. So thank you for letting me bring that up. Nerdy Cupcake Unicorn, which is an amazing name. Alright, so that is all except for my recommendations, which I'm going to end the show with as always, so thank you guys for watching. My recommended video for this episode is actually one that was sent to me a couple weeks ago by someone. I had not seen this, but it is a beautiful cosplay music video, I like to call it. This is by Traci Hines. She is singing Carry On from the Deke dub of Sailor Moon, which that was the best thing about the Deke dub, was the music was phenomenal. So she's singing her own rendition of Carry On, and she's dressed as Princess Serenity, and it's just beautiful. The video is beautifully done, the costume is beautiful, the singing is beautiful, the piano composition that's behind this is beautiful. Everything about it I love, and I've always... it's a cosplay music video like this is always something that I have personally wanted to do. I've never been able to, I've never actually gone through the work of doing it, but it's always something that, like, in the back of my mind I've always wanted to do. So that's kind of why this video kind of stuck out to me, and I said, oh, this is awesome. This is like someone who actually went and did it right, and it's beautiful. So please check that out. It's very, very awesome. The recommended website for this Crystal Cast is moonkitty.net. Moonkitty.net is run by an Australian guy named Brad, and he has constant updates. If you want to know about like where to buy certain merchandise, or just where to there's so much on moonkitty.net. There's tons and tons of information, and especially if you follow his Twitter or Facebook pages, you will get like up to the minute updates on Sailor Moon everything, including merchandise and news and updates. And he's living in Japan, so sometimes he'll go to these events that are exclusive to Japan, and he'll share pictures and stuff from them. So it's just a really good website for everything Sailor Moon, and he'll like debunk rumors, and he had when Sailor Moon Crystal was first announced, he had a thing on there saying, okay, this is what we know about Sailor Moon Crystal, this is what we kind of know, and this information is wrong. Because that's one thing that's kind of sad, is that sometimes there's a lot of wrong information out there about Sailor Moon Crystal and about the new, it's something so new, and there's a lot of people. One person will get some information wrong, and then that, because of social media, that will, that rumor and that wrong information will get spread throughout the internet, and then people will just have wrong information. So I like to go to moonkitty.net or look at the Twitter, especially his Twitter feed, and you kind of like, that this information is going to be right, and if wrong information does get posted, it's corrected like that. So you always know up-to-date information for Sailor Moon stuff. Yeah, getting tired with all the talking. Okay. So that's all I have for this Crystal Cast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will try to start this up weekly again. I'm sorry this episode was a little late. I took a little bit of a hiatus there, but I'm going to try my best to do this weekly and keep you guys updated. And so send in your questions and your fan art and all that good stuff. And yeah, if you find an awesome Sailor Moon video, especially fan-made, please share it with me. And I would love to possibly add it to my recommended video section. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!